Hi everyone, welcome to Shelf Control. I'm Norm, and today I'm going to do not a thrift store find, but a deal find nonetheless. So this is an interesting story because this was the same day as Nerds Day, and I got a notification in my Board Game Geek notifications, the Hot Deals forum. Somebody posted that there was a big sale going on at Night and Day Games. And so I went to check it out and just see what they had. And they had pages of stuff on there. And the first thing that caught my eye was Black Angel, the game, a sequel to the Twa.
Not quite a reboot, not quite a sequel.
It's over here somewhere. But I really like that game, and so I've always been interested in Black Angel, but it kind of made a splash on with the reviewers, and then kind of faded away to obscurity. And they had the Black Angel for $20, which seemed like a decent deal, but not necessarily one that was on my radar anymore, just because you don't hear about it anymore. So I went ahead and put it in the cart just to see what else I would find. And then as I was going through, there were Isle of Cat expansions that I was interested in. And so I started clicking on those. And then there was Witcher Old World expansions in there. And I started clicking on those. And so I was starting to click on so much stuff. I went back and took out the Black Angel because I was like, looks like I'm spending enough money already. I don't need that. They had the Witcher coins for like 12 something, the metal coins, and I really wanted those. And as I'm going through, I'm seeing these prices on things, and they seemed ridiculous. The Witcher expansions were like $18. The Witcher coins I said were 12, and then at the end of the list they had Wormspan for $19, and that's when like alarm bells started going off. Like, what's going on?
It's a scam, right?
Is this a scam? Because
Yeah, it sounds like a scam.
these prices are way too good for a sale. And so uh, I I was like, let me go back and check what people are saying about this, because in my head I remember Night and Day Games used to be Gamer Goat, that had terrible customer service.
Allegedly.
People ordering stuff, them not having it, them not giving out refunds, the guy being a general jerk on the internet.
Allegedly.
And so it's like, what's going on with Night and Day Games? I haven't heard bad things about Night and Day Games. They've been bought by somebody else and changed the name and are under new management. But it was like this doesn't seem right. But going back to the forums, people were like, yeah, I picked up this. I've had okay experiences with them in the past. And so I'm like, okay, if something goes wrong, maybe I can do a credit card dispute or something.
Jim, isn't it worth that risk?
And so I like go back, and a bunch of the stuff that I had in my cart is just like not available anymore. The metal coins for the Witcher, that's what hurt the most.
No! Exclamation point, exclamation point.
All the Isle of Cat stuff, the Wormspan, it's all this stuff was just dropping out of my cart. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and buy. And so I ended up maybe with 5 or 6 things, and they had a code for free ship, but they got some weird thing where it's like if the weight is at a certain amount, it's free shipping up to a certain amount, and then after that, if you have to pay for shipping. And so with everything that I got, I didn't reach the free shipping threshold for that, and the free ship code didn't work with the stuff that I had, so I ended up paying $15 shipping. But I didn't feel like I had the time to go back and try to find more stuff because things were just dropping out of my cart. And so I went ahead and pushed through, and before it arrived, I did get an email saying that they misjudged how much they had of one thing, and so it wasn't included. And that was an expansion for Cyclades, the Monuments expansion that they had for $5. I wasn't terribly upset about them not having that, although I would have liked to have had that expansion. It's just a tiny module that you add to the game. And so they said that they were shipping it out. Here it is, and I haven't even cracked it yet, so I don't know what we're gonna find. But let's see what we get in here. Maybe I need to move over a little bit. Shove this over a little bit. It's so heavy it's moving my stuff over. All right, let's see. Got a bunch of paper. So it's got the 4 things that they said that it would. So here is The Witcher Old World, the Mages expansion. And their packing slip doesn't say how much I paid for these, but none of these expansions were even hit $20 for the expansion. And this seemed decent because it's got a whole bunch of cards. It's got the figures for all the mages, and it lets you play as a mage in Witcher the Old World. They play a little bit different than the Witchers themselves. When I didn't kickstart the original. When I bought the game Witcher Old World, I really wasn't all that interested in getting the Mages expansion because there's a little bit of a disconnect. You use the same encounter deck, and so at the end of your turn as a mage, if you do an encounter, you'll flip over a card and it might be like your Witcher medallion is tingling, or you know, the people are like, we don't like your kind here, Witcher, and it's like, but hey, I'm a mage. Why are you talking about that? And you reach for your 2 swords, and it's like, I don't have 2 swords. I'm a mage. So I was okay with not having the expansion, but for $18, I was like, you know what? I can ignore that little disconnect and give the mages a try. And so I got the mages expansion. What is the Witcher Skellige expansion? Adds a whole new board off to the side with the islands of Skellige and a dragon minifig and boat minifigs that you use to go places. And again, this was one that was like, okay, you know, I really wasn't interested in spending this has a tag that says $53.99 on it. I wasn't interested in buying an expansion for $53.99. Does this one have a sticker? This one does not have a sticker on it. So, and you know, I've heard some things that, you know, this is good. It adds some neat stuff that you can do. There's a dragon monster that you fight, but if you defeat it, you don't get what do they call it? A trophy, which counts towards winning. And so some people were saying that spending time in Skellige is just a waste of time while everyone else is progressing towards winning the game. But other people said that's a really great addition. So, you know, for $18 or whatever, I'll give it a try. See if I like it. If I don't like it, I can always just not play with it. The third thing, The Witcher Legendary Hunt. It's got a tag of $58.99 again. And again, I don't know exactly what I spent, but I think $18 was the most expensive of these three. And this one gives figures for monsters that's like the tougher monster that's wandering the map and actually moving around while you're doing stuff, where in the base game you've got smaller monsters that are just sitting there, and you're still fighting those, but there's this threat that's walking around the board. And people said that this was a really good addition to it. So this was one that I might have been tempted for, and when it dropped under $20, I absolutely I grabbed it. And so we're gonna have a lot of stuff to add to our Witcher game. Let me see if this is the last thing in here. Yeah, no, yeah, there's nothing else in here. And this is one. This one has a $40 tag on it. Core Worlds Empires. This is one that it wouldn't have hurt my feelings if they were like, we're out of stock of this one and refund you the $10, because this was only $10. But I grabbed this because I have the Core Worlds. I have the Core Worlds original deck building game, and I had found it at McKay's for a deal, and it also had the Galactic Orders expansion in it, and Revolution as well. And so I picked it up because it was the base game with a couple of the expansions. And I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that there was another expansion for the deck building game that I didn't have. And when I saw Core Worlds Empires, I was like, maybe that's it. So $10, I was like, I'll get the other expansion for Core Worlds. And then as things were just dropping out of my cart, the Isle Cats, the metal coins. I wish I would have gotten the metal coins for The Witcher. That would have been sweet. But it was like, all right, not doing any more research, checking out, get Core Worlds Empires. I look it up later to see what it is, and it's a standalone game that takes place in the Core Worlds setting. And so I'm interested to see how that plays. It's not one that I would have got if I didn't know what it was, but for $10, I guess we'll give it a try and see. It's a heavy box. So have any of you played Core Worlds Empires? Is it good? Is it a decent game worth keeping and worth playing? So yeah, so there's my haul from let's back it up, get it in shot a little bit. There's my haul from Night and Day Games. I wish I would have trusted them a little bit sooner when I had all this cool stuff in my cart. A worm span for $19. I would have given that a try. The coins, I would have loved to have gotten them. There was one guy in the Board Game Geek forums that was like, yeah, I was able to grab a couple sets of Witcher coins before they went out of stock. And it's like, it's you. You're now my nemesis.
Okay, dude, you're not my nemesis.
Yes. Yes, I am.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying these Witcher expansions, see how they change the game up. I'm waiting for them to come out with the what is it called, the monster hunt and the extra encounters. They said that they're supposed to be coming out later this year, but we haven't heard anything about those yet. And those are the expansions I really want, because they add more variety to fighting the monsters, and more encounters means you don't get repeats as often. But maybe these will hold over until those come out. And Core Worlds Empire, might be a surprise. Did you guys participate in the night and day sale prior to Nerds Day? Did you guys get any great deals? Are you the one who took my my metal coins? Because I appreciate you watching, but I don't appreciate you taking my metal coins.
You know, it's a love-hate thing.
Anyways, that's my haul for this video. Appreciate all of you watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.